lack mentality is so hard to get out of if you were raised around that mental structure. If you were raised around the not enough, the saving, the dissatisfaction of not being able to meet your needs all at once. That feeling, though. Like, it is so deeply ingrained in parts of me for such dumb reasons. Like, I came from a family that had access to money, but when it came to my needs, I was kept away from the money. I was kept away from the food. I was kept away from the clothes, and I was growing rapidly as a teenager. So I have this lack mentality of everybody else but me. And I just looked at that this morning, and what do we do about this kind of fucking shit? And I use that verbiage, access to money, because it wasn't my mother's money. It wasn't my father's money. It was my grandfather's money on my mother's side. He had money because he was a businessman and a former pastor. He had connections. He was that guy. He worked for his money, and he was able to provide a certain level of comfort to his family. And my mom would take those credit cards and run with it. But when it came to me, and if I ever tried doing that, I would get in trouble. So I have this whole mentality around punishment and taking care of myself and meeting my needs. So I don't really do well when I try to go shopping for clothing or items that I need, like supplements in general, whatever it is. I'm just using me as a great example because why the fuck not? I have had so many hungry days since my childhood where food was being kept away from me, where I've actually had to, at one point, sell my mother's wedding ring for food one time. We were doing the food bank stuff for a really long time when I was married. There was days when I didn't have anything to eat but one can of Chef Boyardee, and it was making me feel sick. So there was, I'm just letting you know, like, I understand what it feels like for hunger, poverty, for a lack of options, for carrying that around in the back of your mind. And I've understood what it's like to overcompensate for that and binge out of the starvation. Once you start having the money again for the food and you start eating whatever the fuck comes across your plate. Coming from that severe lack has been really hard. You know, the overcompensation, the wobbles, the everything. But listen, one of the most helpful things that I've had is coming to the realization through listening to a lot of Abraham Hicks that you can't get here to a higher state of abundance from here. And the best way to get through those stages of leveling up your ability to expand and receive more and dream bigger, even if you don't know where to start, is gratitude. Feeling good in the moment, just chasing that feeling of, you know what I like? I like that feeling of having a full fridge, and I like having that feeling of not checking my bank account before I buy myself something. If I ever buy myself something, treating myself that way, making sure my needs come first. And I really do mean putting my needs first. Like, I mean waking up every day and making sure that I'm taking care of my teeth, my skin, my hair, my water intake, my vitamins, my food, making sure I'm hitting my protein macros, making sure I'm moving my body, doing lymphatic tapping on different parts of my body so that I don't get lymphatic blockages, so that my body is in the top condition it could possibly be. And the mobility, the strengthening, everything that I'm doing is for me, and I try to prioritize that first, because if I don't do that, I'm in constant lack, and I'm constantly resenting the people that I'm trying to give my energy to. That's not fair. So when you come from a severe lack like that, you have to crank it and put yourself first, period. Beyond just physical, there's the spiritual needs that you need to put in place first. One of my biggest practices is taking time in the morning just to sit still with no stimulation, putting my phone to the side where I can't reach it so I'm not tempted, and just sitting with my feelings, talking to myself about my goals for the day, the things that I've been thinking about in the back of my mind that I need to cross off my list so I'm a productive person in the back of my mind and I'm proud of myself every single day. Making yourself proud, staying in gratitude, baby steps, getting from out of that feeling of always never enough, never enough, never enough. Nothing's happening right for me. Everything's backwards. I'm always underneath and I'm always reactive, right? Fuck that shit. We're not doing that type of struggle anymore. The struggle we're doing is for our own good. Things come in many forms, not just in the bank account form. So if you can really start to magnify the blessings that you have right in front of you, you be in deep gratitude for the things you have right in front of you and realize that not everything is in a state of having to earn it. Sometimes you get given a gift and all you have to do is embrace the gift. It doesn't always have to be difficult to get on the other side of feeling so lacking. Sometimes it's just relaxing and realizing that everything's accessible. It's just a matter of being in the right vibration to match it. And then your nervous system can relax, because that becomes the most important thing, is your nervous system being chill and able to receive. Let's do more of that, guys. I love you. Mwah. You know how you've had something bad come out of the blue, right? Sometimes, like, it's just out of the blue, something horrible happens. Well, don't forget that something wonderful beyond your imagination could possibly drop into your lap out of the blue too. Who the fuck are you to decide which is what? You can't predict every fucking thing, so why don't you welcome in that accidental... Thank you, universe! Oh my god, I could have never dreamed this up any better. Thank you! I love surprises, don't you? Let's coax that out of the universe a little bit more. I fucking love that feeling. That's delicious. Let's do more of that. Let's do more happy surprises and less judging the situation negatively. Things come in many forms, not just in the bank account form. So if you can really start to magnify the blessings that you have right in front of you, you be in deep gratitude for the things you have right in front of you and realize that not everything is in a state of having to earn it. Sometimes you get given a gift and all you have to do is embrace the gift. It doesn't always have to be difficult to get on the other side of feeling so lacking. Sometimes it's just relaxing and realizing that everything's accessible. It's just a matter of being in the right vibration to match it. And then your nervous system can relax, because that becomes the most important thing, is your nervous system being chill and able to receive. Let's do more of that, guys. I love you. Mwah.